There's one thing I have to tell you, I stink like a pile of dead rotting eggs because we don't have any water to wash in, and my feet are a thing of horror, but you can't see that, so it's okay. So basically also your clothes, you've got to be used to the fact that you're going to be very dirty and that they're going to smell, you're going to smell. So starting off with my day where I'm wearing what I've worn for the last 4 days, and I have a spare set. So it's basically crackhopper shirt, which I really like for the basic reason that it covers you really well. It's modest in this culture and it streaks out the sweat, because you can imagine if you've got the backpack on, you're sweating a lot and it dries really quickly. And then the trousers, which again, very stretchy, very hard wearing. And actually I wore these when I got bitten by a dog and he took a chunk out of my leg, but the trousers didn't rip, which is incredible. Also for day wear, I start off always with my fleece. I like the zip, I like the thumb holes, so you can use that as gloves because it can get really, really cold in the morning. And the hood goes really snugly right up to my neck, so that's good. I've got 3 pairs of socks with me, 2 for the daytime and 1 for the night. They're taking a bit of a beating on the heel, but that's the way I walk, I think. And then because we're doing this in December and January, I've had to have full rain kit. Waterproof trousers, gaiters, which I've never used before, but actually I really like these gaiters, and my Craghoppers rain jacket. If I only had one thing, it would be this, because it is really warm as well. And so even when I stop and we're having a break, if it's windy, I just whack that on, and it's kept me dry so far. So that's, oh, how could I forget? The famous cap, which as you can see is nicely rhymed in sweat. I suffer from skin cancers, so a cap is like a no-brainer. I've really, really got to have it. And then for the day, boots. These scarpers have been amazing, actually, absolutely amazing. I was worried I was going to get tendonitis, but I haven't. Poles. Again, honestly, if there's one piece of equipment that's not, you know, like your knickers, but that you really need to bring, it's poles, absolutely, definitely. And then my water system, I've got a platypus, but I've also got this really dinky thing. It's by Water, W-A-A-T-R, and it's a bottle that cleans spring water or rainwater. You press the top 4 times and the UV light goes down and cleans it. I've never used this before, but I really like it. Right, on to nighttime. Phew, the day's trek is finished. Obviously this is going to be minimal, and again, you know, comfort is something you want. So I brought this t-shirt and these leggings from Craghoppers. These have got little bits of fleece inside, which I really like. Now, when I got bitten by the dog, I ended up having to wear these actually in the daytime the whole time, because I had to try and clean my wound and keep it kind of stable, and these were the best things. So that was a bit more challenging for nighttime, but now they're back to being my nightwear. Again, you know, only one thing to wear for the 35, 36 days. Some kind of puffer jacket is a complete and utter necessity. I mean, I would say for any kind of hiking, any time of the year, you want something that's going to keep you warm immediately. And then I'm going to share my one thing that I think I've really failed on. I wish I'd brought my bobble hat. I only brought a little hat and it's not really warm enough. So that's been my big failure, I think. I'll know for next time. I love this hat actually, but it's been too cold for that. And then the last thing I'm going to mention is stuff bags. It's amazing, in Jordan quite often we'll have to stop and I'll have to show my passport, COVID vaccination, etc. So I've got a stuff bag here, and I've got a bigger one that I put all my spare, you know, knickers and base layers in, and I'm finding them really, really useful. In fact, I love my bag system. So that's my top tips for the very basics that you need for hiking this kind of trail. They're really working for me, and I am 21 days in, I think, 22 days in, so doing a good job. And as I say, it's very lucky that you can't smell me.